secure buyer and seller. Number one, make a deal. Buyer transfer the down payment. Number two, to the seller. And number three, the buyer send the goods. And number four, shipping land or forwarder deliver to the destination and provide the shipping document to the seller. Number four. And then uh, number five, the buyer do the balance payment. And number six, the seller send the shipping document to the buyer for release the container. Like in this transaction, it may be safe or it may be not safe, because in this transaction the principle is trust. Second, like in this transaction, seller receiving payment take at least 10 days because it is waiting for shipping document and other trade document to be available as evidence to the buyer. We know about this transaction because I am an exporter to the three countries at Middle East, and I am also doing the inter-island trading transaction. So we know about this all the problem. And second, conventional transaction using LC or letter of credit. Yeah. All transaction using LC occur as usual. Both party, number one, both party make a contract and then contact the respective bank and then continue the transaction as in the provision of goods like a general. But in this transaction need the 11 steps until finish the transaction. Like in the transaction is safe payment. Payment is safe but high cost. Second is took a long time to receive payment, but besides the seller takes time to wait for shipping and trade document, to withdraw money must provide this document to the bank and must be verified by the bank. The time it takes is getting longer than usual transaction before. And due to the potential for discrepancy in the amount of goods sent, it may still occur because LC use a general document system, not the detail until how condition is your goods. And how X1 work and how X1 to replace the conventional system with a better system. Okay, X1 safety payment gateway and logistic system is simple. X1 makes transaction is very simple. Seller and buyer, and investor is the Axis investor only need to make deal on the X1 platform. The buyer provides the payment. Which then secured by the X1. The seller provides the goods. In this case, if the seller meets the criteria, but there are funding problem, X1 can fund with a profit sharing system to the seller. When the goods ready, the seller contacts the X1. And this part is important. X1 will do all the tracking process until shipping and until documentation process. All document shipping and all document trading are handled by X1. Therefore, without waiting for the document to come out, the seller can get the payment funds 2 days after loading the goods. When the seller is invested by the X1, profit calculation will immediately be accepted by the investor and the seller immediately. This is what will speed up the transaction, and this is the most important. The economy can rotate faster because the cash flow can rotate faster too.
Excuse me, data will be end at 20 seconds, please.
Okay. Safety expert will check the amount of goods when loading. Payment guarantee faster. Today after loading, exporter receive payment and cheaper. Cost of transaction is under LC. This is comparison table. Now X1 is apply system to the user. X1 login for funding 5 billion rupiah, 40% for X1 investment program, 40% for business operation, and 20% for IT system development. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. And then now it's time for panelists to make questions to the participants.
So shall we start now with some questions?
Okay.
Yes, please, Dr. Hassani.
Is this, let's say, since this is, he has mentioned that it will be replacing LC and PT, is this payment instrument or it is fund that is expected to be functioning based on a partnership, let's say a Mudaraba system, or how is this planned to be?
Okay. So X-Fund is the merger of the logistic system and payment system and logistic system with the investment program. So we, yeah.
Okay, fine. I don't have questions, other questions.
Okay, maybe the next question
Dr.
from Mr. Osman or Mr. Diki.
Okay, may I, Pak?
Ya, silakan Pak Diki.
Okay, yeah, thank you. First, I cannot understand very well about what is different between trade finance, I mean LC with this system. And if we know about the trade finance or LC, I mean, it's to bridge between the buyer and seller when there is no trust between the buyer and seller. And about the quantity of goods that explained before by Pak Galang, in LC also it's covered. So I mean, LC already cover what is say before that the quantity of goods also explained in LC. And please explain me more about the logistic system. What you mean about logistic system, Pak Galang, please?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pak. With the question, first about logistic system. Logistic system in export is export handle the all logistics process, from the tracking, from the loading, surveying, loading, tracking until shipping document handle. This is a logistics system that expand handle. So what the difference with the LC? When we use LC for the counting the goods, we need surveyor. And we must pay the surveyor. We must pay the surveyor for the doing the survey. So the survey document attached at the draft from LC. But from X1 we no need the surveyor because X1 doing the all process logistic from surveying until shipping, and X1 also handle the payment gateway. So we no need use surveyor for the doing survey and no need to pay more just for surveying for in the contract at LC.
Okay, is it already count how much the price for that? So I mean, in LC when we use the surveyor to check the amount or the criteria of the goods, and if in this system, you mean that you say that the survey will be doing by yourself. How much the cost of to doing this?
Okay, for the cost we know when we use the surveyor, we must just for surveyor is 1,5 million just for surveyor, and also for LC when we reset also we must paying the all administration for LC from 3,5 until 4 million. But in X fund the exporter just pay 2 million. Just pay 2 million. So the buyer side also no need cut for the LC administration fee. Like this, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your answer. We are sorry because of time limit. In
Oke, sorry ya, question.
Oke,
Uh,
ya, waktunya sudah habis. Mohon maaf, Bapak. Jadi
Oh,
kita
oke.
jadi kita kembali ke partisipan berikutnya. Gitu.
Oke, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
okay, I'm sorry because of the time limit. Maybe not in the next round we will give the opportunity for one panelist for one question, so that there is insufficient time for every participant. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Pipin. Okay, and then next ones I call for so wait. I'm sorry.
For
INVESY, INVESY, are you ready with your presentation now?
Oke, minta benar. Saya sudah kirim linknya, Mbak. Mungkin bisa dibantu.
Oke, where?
mungkin ini saya belum menerima linknya. Mungkin kita ke
Sudah saya
ini
kirim
dulu.
linknya.
Kemana
Di
ke
chat.
linknya?
To Sehatin Tim. Oke. Sehatin Tim. Monitor Sehatin. Is there a representative team of Sehatin? Belum ada ya. Oke, how about Zaki?
Yes, yeah, we are here. Should I turn on my video or not? Because in case my connection is not stable, I probably cut off in the middle of my presentation. So I prefer not to turn on my video. I better have share screen. Apologies for the inconvenience. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I will start to share screen. Hang on for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, does everyone could see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. You can start the countdown, yeah. Okay, so I'm Arifa. I'm from Zaki. I'm the founder and chairperson and or the director of Zaki because we have two entities, the foundation and social enterprise. Why we need Zaki? The problem is that in current issue, there is 28 million elderly in Indonesia. Based on data in 2017, is around 11% from the total population. And based on those 28 million, there are 26 million that don't have annuity or pension. So the pension is just covered for around 8% of total population Indonesia. And that's why the elderly is still the pillar of the economy of their generation and or their family. One of the prevalent that we can see in the street and the traditional market, this is the elderly that's still working in the informal job sector because they don't have annuity, they don't have social security, the government didn't provide it. That's why they are still be part of the pillar for the financial for their family. Our organization mission is to distribute alms and donation to help the elderly gain better livelihood directly. Well, our pinnacle of our mission is building inclusive integrated communities for the elderly. Our solution is having Zaki and Kimar. Kimar technically is a Zaki marketplace. So it is based on the online platform. Then the funding or donation will be help the elderly to gain for the fundamental need such as grocery. Well, we are doing it with the frontliner as the voluntary services. Then and the peak of it is the marketplace for the MASA and the beneficiary in here, the elderly. So rather than the elderly crafted food and another good stuff for them to sell, we just collaborate with MASA. So they will be becoming the reseller. How we help, the listing will be from crowdsourcing, and we will verify it. Then based on the verification, we will deliver the basic need. The basic need, at least it will be sustain the beneficiary around 30 or 60 days, while we are researching what is the best micro business or a job that we can provide through Kimar. And during the delivery, we still monitoring. The market opportunity will be pilot based in Indonesia. However, we are anticipated to expand throughout the ASEAN and other developing countries, because in the fundamental way, it is similar that the elderly is one of the marginalized people in respective country. Why we propose the idea? Because based on the Basnas National Arm Committee Indonesia in 2006, there are 111 billion based on arms that only can distribute half of it. Only 55 billion can be distributed to the eight asnaf, as it's mentioned in Quran. And there are around 50% of total Indonesian population that's still around poverty line, below poverty line, or it can be down to poverty line. And with the stage of COVID nowadays, we are absolutely based on data, there is additional 40%. It is based on World Bank data, the occurrence of poverty because of COVID. Our revenue is business model. 5% will be we deduct for donation to operational need, and there are GSR for around 25-30. Then we have the social enterprise that we are having on the incorporation. The PT is for Maha Edu Game and Garba donation. Then absolutely, because we are part of a startup, we gradually to join the startup competition that it can be used for the operational. Our traction currently, we have 104 beneficiary. Then there are registered donor around 40 with MIO monthly active user around 1120. Then we have 11 volunteer on the field, but we have around 55 remote volunteer. Then we have around 4 collaborator. And based on the data, it's most likely female to become our donor. We was part of the 1,000 startup in Bali, and in 2008 we get grant from the Ministry of Research and Technology of Indonesia. This is our several knowledge, so we are part of ASEAN Impact Challenge, then ASEAN Korea, Telkom Hackathon, and the LPDP welcoming alumni. This is our landscape that we would like to bring the startup or the foundation who is trustworthy, but also doing online and offline campaigning that we can help the beneficiary further. It's not our competitor, however, they are our potential collaborator. Our project planning is for the 2020 up to 2025. We are already doing the first pilot project as the elderly cluster care posyandu lansia Indonesia. And because of COVID, we idle. Then during the COVID, we doing the ramification project. One of it Skimar, the Zaki Marketplace, and we are planning to having, let's say, classes or exercise for Qigong and Tai Chi in the respective Indonesia Neighborhood Association (RTRW).
Okay, I'm sorry, the time is
Okay,
up.
thank you.
Yes, Mrs. Arifa, thank you for your presentation. And now the time is for panelists to ask questions to Mrs. Arif or Ms. Arif.
Can I ask first?
Yes, please.
Hi, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, for can I ask Arifa, yeah?
Yes, yes. Okay, I
Miss
will try
Arifa.
to. Video, yes.
Okay, Ms.
So,
Harifa. So
yes.
how do you scale the model? How do you scale the impact?
Uh, Scale up the impact. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we are based on the volunteering. So share screen again. We are based on the volunteering. Everyone what we do now is volunteering based. And how we scale up the impact, we have several program which is around the elderly healthcare group. We call it Indonesia Posyandu Lansia. Then we would like to have classes or exercise in Qigong and Tai Chi in the neighborhood association RTRW. To scale up impact, it is we have already proceed the pilot project on Posyandu Lansia. Then it can be replicated with the other neighborhood association RTRW in the respective sub-district and also respective district all over Indonesia, because it's actually part of the government program, but with the lack of funding in the grassroots, that's why we need Zaki there, because the neighborhood association don't get substantial or continuous funding from the government, except the what you call in puskesmas, the healthcare center that get provide them for the medic. And for Qigong and Tai Chi, it replicable if you are having the neighborhood association collaborate with the organization, and they will be enlist the participant, the elderly, to be part of the exercise classes. Our idealism is having it at least weekly or monthly, but it's depend on the funding, sustainable funding that we can gather. And for replicated for the other country, we absolutely always doing user research. So part of our organization always doing user research on prior of we are launching the program, what the need of the community, because there is ABCD. ABCD system is asset-based community, what they have and what we can help. So it will not constrain on the basis of limitation of countries. I hope it's answering the query.
Yes. Can you show the wireframe of the platform?
Yeah, okay. Hang on for a second. This is our MVP. Everyone can log in or visiting at www.yaki.org. Our mobile prototype have not been done yet, and currently because the MVP still have several obstacle and bug and technical obstacles, so we are designing the Yaki 1.0. It's still designing process. We are actually expecting around this year or upcoming year to have it developed. Yeah.
Okay. So the existing website is working?
Yeah, it's working, but it's still MVP, so it only accommodate for transfer into BNI Syariah, no BSI, Bank Syariah Indonesia.
Okay. Okay. Done for me.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
what is the status of this? Is it NGO or type of business? How is that registered?
Yeah, we have two registration actually. We have the NGO, uh, the foundation, and also the PT. However, for the Zaki, we were focusing as the NGO, as the non-profit. The one, the PT that we have, we will developing the Maha Edu Game. I'm not president Maha Edu Game here. It's basically about the educational game to counter for the for the racism and discrimination. So what we impact is for the toddler and children to educate them about anti-discrimination and anti-racism. But I'm not put it in here because it will be part of uh, the back into my. It's part of yeah, this business model, which is the 50 up to 60% of the profit of Samaha itu will be goes to Zaki to funding our program and our operation. It is the activism. Yeah.
And we move to next question from Hashi from India. time for INVESY in your story.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, please from INVESY to start your presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Introduction for myself. My name is Wadisa Yulianto, CEO and founder for INVESY. INVESY is edutech. And next, please. Yeah. Our focus is skill development. Oh, yeah, back please. Back please. Yeah, our focus is skill development, Syariah learning, and halal industry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So our vision is the realization of world civilization began with INVESY, because INVESY become a bridge of knowledge and the application of the principle of Sharia in all aspects of people's life, so that a noble civilization that is a full blessing of and pleasure from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala can be released. Okay, please next. Yes, the problem is the first is access to education is expensive. The average price for one-time Sharia training course is more than 1 million per class, and also only lasts 1 to 3 days. The second is hard to obtain. Training still tend to be specific of the two fields of Islamic banking, and other worksheets for the public are still very difficult to obtain. The third is unverified background knowledge. We know the worst risk is misinformation. For example, there are still some figures. The effect is that there are still people who think that Islamic bank still contain usury. And next. So we have the solution. The first is easy access, affordable price, verified speaker, because speaker or lecturer who already have an EDN. This is the standard of Indonesia. And practitioners and scholars who have high scientific background. And the last is integrated learning. And then yes, this is our product. Our product is integrated learning because we have education, we have a library, so member can access to various journal, update Sharia news, and various book reference, and then they can consultation and then job vacancy, because job vacancy is provided. Currently, we are also in collaboration stage with various parties as a from a channeling participant who have passed in the investment material. And the last product and service, we support service in collaboration with partner, maybe for example, notary management expert and many others, to make it easier for you. Okay, and okay, next please. We calculating to market size, and we get 20 million people, millennials people in Indonesia. There is the investment target is 20% from the 60 million people. Yeah. Okay, and then the differentiation is INVESY focus in Islamic muamalah, and edutech Muslim. The other edutech is focused on learning service for faith and supporting features for prior times in Quran and the others. Because INVESY not just educate the learning for faith, but we integrated to what is it, self-development, libraries, consultant, distribution, and business partnership. And the others, the instructor is like some Sharia lecture and Sharia practitioners, and that's it. And the different from general edutech just from focus and education service and placement. Next, please. So unique value proposition, we are a verified member or instructor. Instructor must be selected. So we have the the best instructor in INVESY. And next. So I hope we can collaboration with the member of AMSI, and maybe not just in Indonesia, but in Pakistan, in Kosovo, in Malaysia, and the others, and in Bangladesh or India. And then, so this is our business models. Our business model is a presentation or margin up from every focus. Maybe what is it, ujaroh or maybe musyarakah, and then this is our funding. We need 2 billion EDR or rupiah. We can give 20% share for 12 months, but we need and gradual evaluation for the 3 months. This is okay. Next. But we have a target for 1 year is 180 partners and 900 course and 90,000 members and 4.5 billion rupiah. And then, okay, INVESY is already new because we established at March 20 March 20,000 20 March but we get the support from the other partners, from publisher, from speaker partners, from media partners, from course partners. We get the support from them until now. Okay, next.
Okay, thank you.
This is our team.
Is up.
CEO, founder, and CTO.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, now the question from the panelists. We hope that there is only one question from one panelist so that there is enough time for all participants. Wish to Dr. Hassani or Mr. Osman or Mr. Tiki to give the question to the participant.
Can you show us the wireframe of your platform?
Oh, okay. Sorry, moderator, can show invesi.id, please. Maybe my share screen is what is it?
Maybe you can explain it by yourself, Mr. Wakista.
Oh, okay. My platform is from website now until now, but maybe in the next month, we will develop in what is it in application in Android and iOS.
Okay.
What's the meaning of INVESY?
In Indonesia is investasi syariah or syariah investment. Because we think
investment, Sharia investment.
Yes, Sharia investment, because we think the Sharia investment is the net up ya. The best investment is the net up, leher ke atas in Indonesian language or bahasa.
Okay. So you are planning to have training courses in educating people about Islamic banking and this stuff. Am I right?
Yes, of course. Investment and everything in Sharia, in Sharia learning, in halal food, so we can just learn to make some food, but there is halal education in there, because there is the different with the other education, I think.
I hope you will be successful and I can join your team. I'm also practitioner, Islamic banking practitioner. I'm banker myself.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then. I have no question. That was all.
Okay, me too. I don't have a question so far.
Okay. Can we move to the next participant, Mbak Ais?
Okay, thank you, INVESY, for your presentation. And now, next presentation is coming from Creative Fox team. Okay, and is your study.
The remainder of the speech is internationally.
Sorry, ini Kreatif Sahatin.
Oke, silakan. Ini dari Sahatin ya, langsung ya.
Ini ya.
Silakan, Sahatin.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hafida. I'm a founder and representation from Sahatin. Okay, in this language, in this day, there are so many incursion from the communicable disease in Indonesia. But the key of the cure for non-communicable disease in Indonesia is to attention for the food and the diet. In Al-Quran say, "Fal yang zuril insanu ila ta'amih." Yang zuri in Indonesian meaning in conversation we say is yang zuru just mean in Indonesia was to say, to see. But Al-Quran said we need to get attention for what we eat. And that's what that's why we make happen, because we want people that have disease, especially non-communicable disease such as diabetes, hypertension, and other, to have attention to their food. Okay, next please. The problem in Indonesia, there is no such a regulation from our government. Indonesia, they are prolanis. As you can see in the slide, they are program pengolahan penyakit kronis. They're especially for the non-communicable disease. They are 10 million user, but there is no diet feature or halal food in that application. So we need to solve the problem, and we need to health tech health tech or telemedicine that can solve the problem. Next, please. Okay, we have a validation. Many days ago, many from our respondents says that they never had any nutrition consultation, and they said they will feel safer if they have a diet guidance from a nutritionist or a dietitian. And many of them also agree to have additional price to a nutritionist or dietitian to get a proper diet or a healthy menu for their life and their daily to eat. Next, please. Okay. So what we share, what we give to the people, we have a meal planner, and our application have the meal planner, which is in Indonesia we haven't found any competitor for a meal planner such as healthy meal planner from nutritionist, and we want also have protection from the user privacy, and we want to meet the patient to the nutritionist. In Al-Quran say in Surah An-Nahl, we must give to the problem to al-ahlu atau the key person to the problem. So our solution is we made perfect question to meet the nutritionist. Next slide, please. Okay, and this is our market size. From our latest data, we get so many user of smartphone, and for the last 5 years, the number of non-communicable disease in Indonesia increased so much more in huge number, much more from the communicable disease. And these people, this million people that then doesn't have a proper meal planner, a healthy meal planner for their disease. And then these people are completely our market target. Next, please. This is our prototype or MVP. As you can see, they are meal planners. So there are also the article, healthy article. But our focus is in food, healthy food, halal food, and how to get people, especially non-communicable disease, healthier food, so they can survive from the disease. Next, please. This is our business model. So we have a proper meal planner for the patient, and we give a nutrition consultant, and we have also we have a Sodacom program. So we share our profit to who need it more. Like yeah. So that's it. Next slide, please. So this is our competitor. There are many competitor actually, but Satin have a better value because we are have an online consultation and we are personal. Either like the competitor, like hospital or doctor clinic or healthy catering, which is offline and also a little bit pricey. And for the meal planner in Indonesia, for health tech application in meal planner in Indonesia, we have DIFFERENTIATOR, but DIFFERENTIATOR haven't a good privacy for the user, so we have a value on it, and they are a good meal planner too in the oversize, and the application call is it this much, but they have many menu such as non-halal product, and we have the filter on it. So next, please.
Terima kasih untuk presentasinya.
Okay.
Thank you for
Yes.
the presentation. And now the time is for Q&A section. So please for panelists.
Okay, can I start first?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Besides having the idea of providing consultancy and asking the nutritionist how to eat as a business model, how you are going to commercialize this? How do you make people pay for getting this application? And what is the fee? What is, I did not see any number. What are your expectations? Let's say monthly, yearly income or whatever.
Okay. Nowadays, we have already social media such as Instagram. There are a huge number of followers. There are 100 people following our Instagram, and there are 1,300 people following our Twitter. So we have a huge number for the follower, and our job is to convert the audience to our client, to our user. So that's our Instagram. We have a large number, and that's why we start this idea, because many people asking, can I get a nutrition consultation here? Can I get a proper meal plan here? Gitu. And because of that, we want to provide them a better consultation, and we make this application.
Oh, okay. So do they pay any fee for getting consultation, or just you are going to receive the fees only, let's say, from increasing the numbers on Instagram and also for probably Facebook or whatever?
Okay. Now we have a partner. We have a partner. The name our partner is Together. It's an application focusing on sport. If you have an application in Indonesia called Gojek. Gojek have a feature called Go Fitness, and we provide a nutritionist, our nutritionist there to give a nutrition consultation.
Okay. No question from me. No more.
May
Thank
I?
you so much, sir. Yes, please.
May I, Bu? Okay. Sorry. I think this is good idea. But I need more information about how much do you need for this system for the capex? I mean, capital expenditure for this, and how long the payback period of this? I mean, if you have the data for this, and the third, how do you grab the market for this? Because I think I have see the similar platform of this, even not quite same. How you grab the market for this? That's only.
Okay. First, we need about 25 million to build an application. And for the user testing, before we join this competition, we actually have winning a competition in CISD. That's organization from government that focusing on non-communicable disease. And for the market size, we take the data, we use the data, the information from research to Guide. That's application. They are organization that focusing on counting about health stage.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry because the time is up. Thank you for Ms. Hafizah from Sahatin team, and maybe the next participant, Bais.
Okay, good luck for Sahatin team. And now we are moving to the next presentation from Creative Box. Are you ready for presentation today? Creative Box team, monitor?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, takes your time, please.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Aida from Creative Box. That our motto in Creativity We Trust. Creative Box is business that focus in DIY kit. Someone call us like do-it-yourself or handmade or craft. We have many products such as t-shirt painting kit, tote bag painting kit, and then patung painting and others. And
Can you make the presentation? Sorry, can you make it into presentation mode?
Sorry.
Bisa di zoom presentasinya.
Oh, sorry.
Full screen.
Okay. I'm continue. Then this product that view on our Instagram and in the center from Shopee and then Tokopedia. This is our packaging. That our problem is customer need creativity product, fast processing, custom and affordable selling prices. Jadi idenya berawal dari para konsumen itu ingin beli produk kreativitas dengan harga yang terjangkau. Kemudian kami menawarkan solusi, we offer prospective customer that we are always updating new concept and we try to keep the prices of our product to remain competitive but not seem cheap. Jadi kita berusaha untuk selalu up to date barang-barangnya, tapi tidak terkesan murahan meskipun harganya lebih murah dibandingkan yang lain. And then potential, we have the opportunity to get large profit with relatively small capital. Even when we start this business, we use a personal handphone and tools. This is our model business. The concept is up to date and comprehensive, unique, and extremely valuable. Jadi produk ini kita nggak semata-mata menjual t-shirt terus digambar. No, but there is valuable, that is creativity. And then our program, we go directly to consumer to talk about the concept consumer want. So if someone buy just even just buy one, we the buyer can custom from dari mulai pitanya, kemudian pola bajunya, kemudian boxnya, mereka bisa memilih. And then our promotion we available in Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Shopee, and Tokopedia. And then this is our analysis competitor. Actually, there are many business competitor in the DIY kit division, but in Creatible still cheaper. And then our market target because many parents need media creativity for chill in home, so DIY kit is solve from the problem. Jadi kita menyediakan tools media kreatif ini untuk para ibu-ibu nih yang lagi membutuhkan media-media untuk anaknya yang di masa pandemi seperti ini. And then we provide in school. Kita juga we offer in school that need a craft for the student. And then competitive advantage, we are easier ordering, so we can buy our product in Shopee, Tokped, and Instagram. And then guaranteed quality, we make our best for customer, and price offer is very affordable. And then promotion, use social media, custom, and wholesale is cheaper. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Aida, and on the time for question from the panelists.
How much your product again? How much is the price of it? How much?
My product about 50, antara 50.000 sampai 80.000.
So how is so far the how do you market so far to the customer? How do you market it?
Sorry, I can.
Strategi marketingnya gimana, Mbak Aida?
Selama ini kita cuman di Shopee itu sudah laris karena harganya lebih miring daripada yang lain, dan kita customnya sesuai dengan yang mereka inginkan.
Okay, so they are selling the product in the marketplace like Shopee and Tokopedia.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your forecast? What is your forecast for your next product production? Do you have any forecasting? Ramalan jualan? Your sales forecast.
Forecastingnya ramalan kira-kira seperti apa penjualannya, Mbak Aida, di masa depan?
Yes, I think that in the next we can develop what's that? Penjualannya semakin naik karena 1 minggu ini mungkin karena pandemi juga kita dapat pesanan banyak untuk media kreativitas sekolah.
Okay, in the pandemic era, the selling from the product is increasing because there is the offer from some institution like the school.
Okay. One more question. Do you have a creative team? How big is your creative team?
Sorry, Mr. Osman, can you repeat the question?
How? Yeah. What is the strength of your creative team?
Timnya ada seberapa besar, Mbak Aida?
Apa Mas? Mau diulangi?
Strength dari kreatif tim.
Berapa orang? Berapa orang?
Berapa orang?
Timnya.
Berapa orang?
Ya.
Yeah.
That my team is 5 people.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's all for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you produce these products for a moment? Do you have any, let's say, you produce at home, or you have any workshop, or where?
For next we want to make workshop, but now there is no.
Okay. Okay. Good luck with this idea. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay, is it enough, Dr. Hassani?
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have...
it is still there is enough time, maybe from Mr. Diki to ask the question.
It is only sometimes I could not understand a few parts, and I was looking to see into some numbers, for example, for the capital expenditure, for initial capital they required. But I thought she explained in Bahasa Indonesia, and I just skipped that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There is still enough time for Mr. Diki. Is there a question for the Creative Box?
No, I think it's enough for me.
Okay. Mbak Ais, silakan.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Okay, now we are moving to next presentation coming from Zenfin. Zenfin team, are you ready for presentation?
Halo, assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Silakan.
Bisa dibantu ini slide-nya nggak jadi moderator?
Oke. Bisa. Okay, let me present now.
Okay.
Oke, silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillah, terima kasih sekali atas kesempatan yang diberikan kepada saya. Perkenalkan, nama saya Rusmiati. Saya pelaku industri usaha mikro kecil menengah. Saya dari Genfin, Berau, Kalimantan Timur. Di sini saya salah satu peserta dari AMSI ya. Alhamdulillah terpilih. Nah, ini adalah produk dari minuman rempah atau minuman herbal dari Berau, Kalimantan Timur. Next. Nah, Genfin sendiri memiliki 7 varian, yaitu ada kunyit temulawak, kunyit asam, kunyit kunci daun sirih, kunyit putih mangga, langsingku, dan beras kencur. Jadi 7 varian ini memiliki keunggulan, yaitu diolah dari rempah-rempah asli dari Berau, Kalimantan Timur, dan dimix dengan madu hutan Berau. Next. Untuk latar belakang Genfin sendiri adalah Genfin merupakan minuman herbal, dan Genfin sendiri merupakan kata yang diambil dari singkatan kedua putra saya, yaitu Alzen dan Alvin. Berdirinya Genfin ini di tanggal 17 Juli 2017, yaitu pertama awal saya memulai bisnis ini, saya pada saat tahun 2010 saya diagnosa dokter menderita kebocoran pada ginjal. Dengan biaya berobat yang mahal, saya sempat di opnam salah satu rumah sakit yang ada di Surabaya. Karena biaya yang cukup tinggi, akhirnya saya beralih ke herbal. Alhamdulillah, seiring berjalannya waktu, saya rutin mengkonsumsi hasil racikan, dan saya mengadakan hasil uji lab. Ternyata hasil saya alhamdulillah sembuh dari penyakit saya. Jadilah terinspirasi saya untuk memulai untuk bisnis minuman herbal ini. Next. Untuk bisnis model kanvas, ya, di sini saya bekerja sama dengan partner, yaitu dengan petani-petani rempah. Awalnya saya mencoba rempah dari Pulau Jawa. Mungkin di Jawa banyak sudah sangat terkenal ya dengan jamunya. Tapi kalau di Berau sendiri itu masih belum familiar untuk minuman herbal seperti jamu. Jadi banyak sekali rempah-rempah yang dibuang sia-sia. Alhamdulillah saya bekerja sama dengan para petani-petani yang ada di kampung, terutama di Kampung Labanan, itu di daerah pinggiran di Kabupaten Berau. Itu banyak sekali ternyata rempah-rempah yang potensi kearifan lokalnya bisa diangkat. Jadi saya bekerja sama dengan petani lokal melalui dengan kelurahan dan ibu-ibu Dasawisma. Kemudian pemilik toko kemasan juga untuk kemasan dan percetakan untuk stiker saya. Untuk key research-nya, untuk value position, mungkin value position-nya di sini saya menjual dalam kemasan botol plastik ya, ready to drink. Jadi Genfin lebih dikenal dengan jamu kekinian karena tidak pahit dan siapapun bisa mengkonsumsi, dan lebih segar lagi jika diminum dalam keadaan dingin. Kemudian channel distribusi saya sudah di minimarket lokal, ada reseller juga, dan ada di marketplace juga di Tokopedia, Shopee, dan Lazada. Kemudian segmennya di sini mulai dari umur 14 tahun sampai usia dewasa. Next. Untuk penjualan Genfin sendiri, sebenarnya awalnya Genfin sudah berjualan di Jakarta, memasarkan di Jakarta di rumah makan Gado-Gado Boplo daerah Menteng. Nah, berhubung saya masih pada saat itu masih izin edar PRT, tapi alhamdulillah dari bantuan dari BPOM Provinsi Kalimantan Timur, Genfin dalam saat ini sedang dalam proses izin edar obat tradisional dari BPOM. Dan alhamdulillah juga sudah lolos uji lab dari PT Saraswanti Indogenetek yang ada di Bogor dan Surabaya. Dan sekarang Genfin sudah mulai berkembang ke beberapa outlet yang ada di lokal ya di Kabupaten Berau, dan sudah mulai bekerja sama dengan BCA Bangga Lokal, dan kemudian juga sudah termasuk di binaan dari Kementerian Perindustrian dan Perdagangan. Next.
Oke, mohon maaf Bu Rusmiati, karena waktunya kurang 1 menit, bisa dipercepat untuk presentasinya?
Oke, baik. Ini adalah jadi value yang saya mungkin next saja. Dampak pandemi yang saya hadapi adalah sebenarnya untuk COVID sekarang ini sangat positif buat produk saya ya, karena memenuhi kebutuhan terutama untuk mempertahankan imun. Nah, dan bahan bakunya juga melimpah di Kabupaten Berau. Mungkin next ya slide-nya. Kemudian ancaman yang dimiliki adalah mesin produksi ya. Mungkin karena saya masih manual, jadi untuk kurang untuk memenuhi kebutuhan konsumen karena keterbatasan alat karena masih sederhana dan manual sekali. Kemudian ini adalah harga pokok penjualan saya HPP dari harga eceran 15.000 sampai tertinggi 100.000. Next. Kemudian keunggulan dari Genfin sendiri ada rempah-rempah yang saya angkat, yaitu di sini ada kunyit putih mangga, atau yang bisa disebut kurkuma mangga. Dan di sini sudah teruji oleh Dinas Kesehatan di sini bahwa sangat baik untuk meningkatkan imun, antioksidan, dan mencegah kanker. Dan juga temulawak yang beda dengan lain dari Jawa karena tekstur tanah ya mungkin jadi lebih kental dan lebih strong untuk dari segi rasa dan variannya. Dan saya memakai mix madu hutan Berau dan bekerja sama dengan petani lokal juga yang ada di Berau. Mungkin itu dari saya. Terima kasih atas kesempatannya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, langsung saja for panelists. Is there any question for Mrs. Rusmiati from Zenfin?
Okay, I got questions. For validation, since this is a healthy drink, and then it is so crucial to get some validation if you claim these healthy drinks can cure diseases. So do you get any validation from, for example, from any health ministry or other agency that can validate your products?
Ada.
Jadi
Yes.
kata Dr. Dulu, jadi untuk herbal ini kan itu sesuatu yang sangat vital ya. Nah, dari
Ya nih.
Oke.
Silakan guys.
Nah, apakah dari produk Zenfin sendiri itu sudah ada semacam sertifikasi atau semacam legitimasi nih dari pihak yang berwenang yang berkaitan dengan healthy?
Saya sudah uji lab ini dari PT Saraswanti Indo Genetek. Kemudian sudah ada juga cuma belum dikena baru proses BPOM. Jadi kemarin sempat by lisan aja. Uji lab dari BPOM sendiri sudah dapat hasil yang memuaskan seperti itu. Dan saya juga alhamdulillah mungkin yang pertama ya di Kabupaten Berau untuk minuman herbal yang sudah mulai mengajukan dalam tahap proses izin UKOT untuk obat tradisional di BPOM seperti itu Kak.
Sudah bisa menjawab Pak untuk jawabannya? Sudah.
Ya.
Oke, thank you, terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Yang lain, is there any question, please?
Yeah, for me, I have many questions, but I did not understand the presentation. But probably, for me would be, let's say, just to have some estimation of what they were talking. What is the value of 1 million RP in equivalent to US, let's say?
Bisa apa? Can you repeat your question, please?
No, I was saying that they were talking about these numbers, the fund, and what is the equivalent of 1 million Indonesian rupees compared to, let's say, equivalent to US dollar.
Bisa dimengerti, Rusmiati? Equivalentnya?
Gimana? Belum?
Bisa nilai dolarnya seperti apa Bu? Yang tadi kan rupiah. Tadi ada nilai rupiah, nominal rupiah yang disampaikan, mungkin untuk kisar dolar kira-kira berapa?
Kalau rupiahnya kan sekitar 15.000 15.000. Berarti $1 ya kalau misalkan di untuk kurs dolar. One dollar ya, $1.
For one product.
Kalau untuk untuk satu produk per botol 600 mili. 600 mili untuk ukuran 600 mili. Nah, kalau saya juga ada yang kemasan seperti ini. Ini ada 100 mili, kemasan 100 mili. Ini kemasan 100 mili ini ada isi 6 pack ya. 6 botol, 6 botol. Di situ biasanya saya jual sekitar 60.000, kalau dolarnya berarti 15, sekitar berapa, 60.000 per rupiah, 60.000 rupiah, berarti untuk dolarnya per dolarnya $1 kan 15.000, seperti itu. Belum ongkos kirim sih. Nah untuk dari masing-masing keuntungan penjualan saya ini 100 rupiahnya saya infakkan di Basnas, dan juga kita ada kegiatan sosial juga Jumat Berkah setiap hari Jumat, seperti itu. Halo, bisa kedengaran suara saya?
Ya. Is there any question?
No.
Okay, mungkin maybe we.
Agak putus-putus suaranya. Halo.
Oke, kalau gitu terima kasih untuk Ibu Rusmiati dari Zenvin atas presentasinya, pemaparan materinya sore kali ini. And now,
Alhamdulillah, terima kasih banyak.
Okay, yeah. And now we are moving to next participant from Minaran. Okay, Minaran team.
Oke, terima kasih semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Next presentation from Minaran team. Is there any? How about Win Workout team? Is there any representative from Win Workout team? Win Workout? Monitor Win Workout?
Okay, maybe the next participant, Mbak Ais, to Chatter ID. Is there the team of Chatter ID?
Chatter ID, oke. Oke, boleh untuk presentasi selanjutnya dari tim Chatter ID sudah siap? Chatter ID?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your time for presentation.
Welcome everyone.
Can you loud your voice, please? Can you speak loudly, please?
Welcome everyone.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Shaina Nas. Today I'm going to share our new startup idea, Chatter ID. And we are an edtech startup, and through that medium you can learn English effectively, and you can communicate effectively and easily. Okay, let's talk about problems. Nowadays, as we all know about Indonesia, that Indonesia being world's largest Muslim population, to become an economic powerhouse and trade business world. And if you do not know English language, so it could be a barrier, spoil spot for your future and for your business and for your studies also. And nowadays, English being a globally recognized language and it is also spoken in most of Islamic worlds. So we just offer a simple method in learning that makes you English speaker. That makes you English speaker easily. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you continue your presentation?
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about our TG. It could be anyone who wish to learn English. It could be a school students or university students. And if you want to go your further studies in medicine, science, or aeronautics, so you must be learn English because there is one interesting fact in that if you want to be a pilot, so there is a like by default language is English, and university, and if you learn English, so you can easily go to your you can easily start your professional journey also, and it could be a business and startup owners also who wish to learn English, and then through English you can gain in your business, and you can expand your business as well as you want. Okay, what kind of solutions we will provide? That so we will launch. We will launch our apps and websites, and we will give. Uh, we will we will make them learn through Zooms, and we will do webinars and regular classes and sessions. To and there are also trial free courses and premium courses also for paid subscribers, and also we could have a dedicated YouTube channel. Let's go about market analysis. As you all know that Indonesia has the largest Muslim population. It has a 270 million Muslim populations, and we will have a large, big opportunity because it has huge population in youth under the age of 25. So if they learn English, so they can go easily or they can consume easily uh, for business, and easily they can go anywhere if they want to or wherever they go. Okay, next slide will continue. Start.
Okay, now if we talk about our unique value proposition, so we have some unique technique methodologies like first we clear their own native language and then we connect into an English. Then we also do like group discussion and practical group orientations to the for the students are there. Now if we talk about our competitors, so like there are Master.com, Feline and ALSA, which is our competitors. And if we talk about our market strategy, so we will do activities on social media, and we will types up with universities and college and give them free courses. And funding requirement is to 150K USD for our launching our mobile apps, website creation, for digital branding, for boarding our teachers, and for intellectual property like legal processes and corporate office setups we need. And if we talk about our milestones, so we do in our first month, we do our licensing and legal formalities like mobile app and website work. The website work. In second month, we build our team and teachers onboarding. In third month, we will go to the alpha beta testing of mobile app and website. And in 4 to 6 months, and mobile app
Okay,
and
I'm sorry because the time is up, and now we let the panelists to ask the question.
Okay, thank you very much for listening us.
Okay, okay, thank you. Maybe the question from Pak Kiki or Dr. Hassani, Dr. Osman.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry. Okay,
I would like.
okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just wanted to ask about the fund required to make this happen, and also what is the estimation. And always what I want to hear when you're talking about business model is how you can really put this in operation, and the technique for making people pay. What is the selling point of this?
Okay. First, we will clear their own language concept. Let me connect to English because firstly, whatever language we wish to learn, we have to clear our own language concept, and so we can easily learn another language if we connect to another language.
Okay.
And we will do group orientations, we will do group discussions also, and we will do live chat also, so that can make people easily learn English, and they can be English speakers easily.
Okay, this was not my question. My question was about the fund that is required.
Okay.
For example, how would you develop this, and
Okay.
also how do you develop this into a business, successful business, profitable business? I mean,
Okay, first we need a required fund because we need to launch apps, and we want to create our websites also, and we will recruit teachers also who can teach English in their native language, with their native language. So that's why also we need funds.
okay, how much?
150K USD.
Sorry, I did not get this. Ah,
These are funding requirements.
150K. Okay, clear.
Yeah. Utilization scan you can also see on our screen, and we will launch mobile apps, website creations, and digital branding, and teachers and boardings, and intellectual properties, and other legal formalities. We need funds.
Okay, and for me, I don't have more questions.
Okay, thank you. And sorry for the other panelists because the time is up. Maybe we can continue the other participant. Thank you for chatter ID. And now, bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Vice, please unmute your Zoom. Okay, Vice.
Okay, sorry. Okay, for next presentation is coming from One Trip. One Trip, are you ready for presentation today?
Yeah.
Okay, take your time, please.
For chapter ID, please you stop the share screen.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes, we can hear.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet, Mr. Rashik.
Not yet. Okay.
Check. I don't know. For some reason, it's not taking it right.
Do you have any problem for share the screen?
It is apparently showing some. I think like you can move on to the next person, and
Okay,
I'll figure this out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. There is some trouble from One Trip. Now we can move to the next presentation from Dr. Pondu. For Dr. Pondu team, are you ready for presenting your presentation today, your pitch deck? Dr. Pondu is there? Maybe Com Engine team. Are you ready with the presentation?
Hello,
Okay.
Yes, so we are ready. Okay, please allow us to share our screen. So we
Okay.
can...
Okay. Mohon bantuannya untuk tim sekretariat untuk mengizinkan.
So can I share, right?
Okay.
Okay. My screen is visible.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. This is Hadi Bhuiya and my co-founder Maksud Alam joined. We are representing Comengine. So we started 2017 in collaboration with Robi Ajiata, and right this moment we are supporting 52 local brands and also some startups over there. So Comengine is a solution for the brands and startups. So mostly, okay, so which brands are startups using social media like Facebook, Messenger, and other messaging media for customer engagement, customer sales, customer intention analysis, and business intelligence. So they need customer growth solution like Comengine. So it's a kind of a startup for the startups. So there is two different kinds of the problem for startups and SMEs in digital media. So in Bangladesh, okay, we did some survey and some SME survey, no. So the SME and startups actually run on limited resource. So affordable customer growth solution is a matter for them because limited resource means limited in terms of the money, limited in terms of the resource in both cases. And for brand, the problem is the different fold. Brand usually deploy resources, spend media buying and lots of other things on the social media, but somehow they miss the last mile. Every brand has a last mile. It can be sales, it can be support, it can be social customer intention grabbing or something like that. So what we found, so everyone is spending effort, money, everything, but they're missing their last mile and last goal to interacting with their customers. So this is one of the biggest problem for SME startups, even brands. And another thing happened in last 4 or 5 years, I think so also similar situation in Southeast Asia also. So brand and startup spending shifted to digital media from ATL, BTL and other traditional media, okay. But when they shift to digital media, so they're missing some key elements, like they cannot capture the leads and make fulfillment. They have no proper customer profiling, customer data. They have no proper tools for the listen to their customer. And usually most of the SME startups, I mean, even brands also have lack of solution for the data-driven solution. So here different category of the brands, all the data respective to Bangladesh, as the population and business size in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia, is much larger, so the data will become the different. So with this nearly 3,500 crore BDT spending, so they have the lack of this one. So what a customer growth solution or social CRM can offer to a startup or to a brand. So in a customer solution can offer, so when customer contact information or your customer contact with you through Facebook or Messenger or WhatsApp, so we can segregate, separate each communication and also refine lead, sales lead, support lead, other things step by step. We can profile each customer with our artificial intelligence crawler, and human agent also can enrich. So after a year, you may have millions of the customer profile, which is highly engaged, internet accessible, and reach to your own brand social page or startup social page. And you can re-engage with them, you can manage leads, and also build a conversational brand value with your customer. So this is a 4 basic steps, so how we can do it. So we'll explain later. So this is the key element for the com engine. So we do social media query management, we do social and also retail customer profiling. Okay. So we can we have an integrated re-engagement campaign for our brands and startups. And based on this, we can generate data-driven decision. This is very important because most of the small startups and SME has no other resource or expert resource to generate data-driven decisions. So what we do, based on the uses, we generate analytics, which helps a founder or a brand manager to decide about their product, about their customer, and about their market altogether. So here is some use case we already deployed in different startups and brands, including larger brands like Unilever, Marico, to startups like Sheba, LifeScan, okay, and like Togomogu in Bangladesh also altogether, different segments. So the segment can be e-commerce, the segment can be financial institution. We also launch in 3 banks in Bangladesh. The segment can be FMCG, retail, even in public service. We deployed this solution, social customer management and profiling solution altogether. So now comes to market acquisition strategy and scalability. So our business model is subscription for the brands and on demand for the SME, because most of the SME is not capable to paying the regular subscription fee altogether. So for brand, we actually offer 4-part subscription model. This is social CRM, lead management, business intelligence, and re-engagement. For SME, this is kind of the freemium model. That means they can use the subscription for free. So they only pay for the lead management, sales management, and support management altogether. So there is 2 different models. Usually for brands, our average basket size is $500. And for SME per on-demand order, it's $12.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Hadi, because your time is up. And now the time for panelists, maybe for the question.
Okay. So here is our deck, and we are looking for the partnering, and for a growth front
Okay.
altogether.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Waalaikumsalam
you.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And now the time for panelists for the question.
Please, any question?
Hi. Can you go back to the slides that you see that you have this potential of bringing this to the SMEs and how you can help this SME to support them in terms of penetrate the markets.
Okay. So first things, I can go over here. So SME has a limited resource and budget to reach to their customer altogether. Like we have a SME customer, they have 12,000 customer profiling. So in Comingene, when a customer reach to you through Facebook, Messenger, or other messaging media, we built a customer profile. That means his name, last when he communicated, for even if he or she share phone number, email address, their intention, which product they actually wants, their sentiment altogether. Okay. So this actually reduce SMEs media buying spend or digital advertising spending a lot, because they can make their own database of customer, and with our integrated lead management solution or re-engagement solution, they can reach to their fan base or their regular customer base, either one-to-one like outbound call or altogether through SMS, email campaign, or some other campaign altogether. So this is one part. Another part is we have an integrated order manager and lead manager. So in Bangladesh, most of the SME has a limited resource, like 2 or 3% actually running all the business. So it actually saves their nearly 2 to 3 hours per day time. Okay, so they can focus on their core business using the solution for a very small subscription or on demand price. So there is twofold. One fold is saving their time, another is saving their money, because both are limited for the SMEs.
Okay, last question for me. How do you convert those potential customers, potential social media engagement to customers?
How we reach, make acquisition, right?
Yeah, how do you convert them into potential customers?
Okay, so for brands, this is simply one-to-one. We call it D2C. That means we directly set a session with the brand managers and all together, pitch together. For SME, there is a lot of fair in Bangladesh, SME fair or SME, what can we say, SME showcase, okay? So we usually participate over there and offer our solution for using for 15 days or 1 month to experience it, and then they can subscribe for the customer altogether. So usually for both method, we directly reach to SME or brand or startups altogether. Community-based acquisition, mostly.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry for the panelists because the time is up. And now we are going to another participant. Thank you from Comengine for your pitch deck.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. We are going to the next.
How about one trade? Are you ready? One trade?
Yeah, I'm ready.
For Comengine, can you turn off your screen? Okay.
Yeah. All good?
Okay.
Sorry. So hi everyone. I'm Irfan Haq. I'm welcoming you all to this presentation. We are going to talk about one thread where we strive for a world where everyone has the efficiency in their hand. So there are a lot of project management, team management, whatever you say, solution out there in the market. But there are three reasons why none of the solutions have penetrated in markets like Bangladesh or even in India for traditional business or SMEs. First is that it is not very seamless collaboration. It is very complex to use for average people who have a much lower tech curve. And thirdly, for businesses who run on smaller margin, it is significantly more expensive for them. So we make all of these things simply much easier for you. For example, we give you one-click sign up. That means that now you can seamlessly collaborate not only within your organization, but even outside your organization. So for example, your suppliers, buyers, stakeholders, give them access to one singular project, get the work done and get on with your life. Secondly, we only give optimized feature. That means we make the UX significantly easier for them and only concentrate on things that is useful for them on a daily basis. And thirdly, it is easily the most affordable solution out there in the market. These are the companies that we are already working with. So they are already testing out, not saying testing out our product, but they are already using our product. And we have been present in the local market for more than a month now. So this is the market that we are operating in. Given that there is a lot of competition in general, it seems like sorry. So in general, it seems like that there are a lot of players out there. Why would you want to go in there? But if you look in this market, especially the Asian market is the highest projected, the fastest growing market in there. And so there's more than 20% cumulative growth that is projected over next few years. And overall, the projection trend is only going higher. And the entire COVID situation has made even traditional businesses and SMEs feel they need this kind of solution. So why OneThread? We already have all of these things that you are seeing is already a running product that is running in the market. It has its own web version, web app version. We have Android version, but we prefer not to portray it because there are some bugs and issues with that. So we have a dashboard that gives you an easy access to monitor everything of your task. We have a simple Kanban board that helps you manage from top to bottom to however extent micromanage that you want to do. And thirdly, we have chat where you can go voice call, video callings, and all those things. We are currently working on a UX that is going to revamp the entire thing, and we are focusing on the chat feature a lot more. And this is something that I want to emphasize on, because there has been a lot of we have reached out to a lot of companies, a lot of people, and we got a lot of feedback on our current UX. And what we realized is that most people only use chat for 80 or 90% of their working time. So what we are currently working on is a different UX where you can enable all of these things that I'm showing you through chat, but it still makes your life a lot easier. So in terms of model, we already have more than 100 paying customers. We are, as I showed, and there are quite a few paid, free trials that are going on right now. As I was saying, that this is easily the most affordable solution because we charge only $1 per user per month. And given the low cost of everything, in a country like Bangladesh, we still it makes sense for us from a business side. We still provide special quotation for enterprise level. By that, what I mean is that we are in talks with quite a few companies where they require something like this, but they might need some tweaks as well. So we look into those numbers and see that if there's something that makes sense for us, then we provide them with the enterprise quotation. So this is in terms of what we want to do. So you can see, I don't want to run you through. So, but in our goal, we think it is entirely possible for us to reach a global standard. Even if not global, we can still reach at least a regional standard. So in terms of competitor, there are two things that I want to focus here. First, in terms of feature, we don't want to be too complex. We are not going to come up and say that we have more features than ClickUp or Trello or Slack. Not necessarily. But what do we have? First, in most cases, especially in Bangladesh, companies generally use either Slack or Trello for their free version. What we have combined is the best of two worlds. That means the entire chat feature and entire Kanban board with a dashboard in it. So, makes their life a lot easier. They don't have to use two solutions. But we have given it a significantly cheaper price. But thirdly, the other thing that we have made a lot easier is something like Microsoft Teams. If you want to work with someone a supplier or vendor, it is significantly hard for them to incorporate within your workspace. But in our workspace, it is absolutely it's a seamless process. You can give them a link, they can sign up to it and see what is in for them. So this is the team that we are working on. I also want to emphasize on this that, in terms of, I'm not like written here, but in terms of marketing strategy, there are a lot of things that we are doing. So firstly, we have a lot of connections within the industry, and this is where we are testing out our product at first. But even then, we have our LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, your product hunt and everything, all those sort of categories where you need to portray your product. We are going through with all of those solutions. So this is our team. Within our team, we sort of kept a good balance between business knowledge, technical knowledge, but also local expertise and international expertise as well. Lastly, this is our investment ask is pretty simple. It's much lower than probably most of the team has asked, as 100K. And yeah, so it's 100K, and this is the sort of breakdown that we want to achieve. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you, Mr. Rashid. The time is up, and now for the panelists to ask the question. Okay, please, the panelists to give the question. Mr. Diki, Dr. Sasami, or Dr. Osman?
Okay, how do you see the competition with the other platform? Then how you can innovatively create a sustainable market share within that platform?
Right. So I think there is some nuances that needs to be understood here, because despite all of this solution existing, there is less than, I'll say, 1 to 2% penetration in markets like Bangladesh for this kind of solution. And there are a lot of hurdles. So for example, right now we are working on incorporating complete Bangla language into our solution. That is a big hurdle for companies. For example, when we go to enterprises, the sort of features that we need to do is that we'll not only give you solution, we'll come in here, we'll give you training, we'll show your employees how to use entire thing, and we'll be on your sales call or phone call in order to provide you support. Then there are things, smaller things like how you pay for something like this. So for example, something like having a local financial solution incorporated, something like bKash, which is a mobile wallet in Bangladesh incorporated. So there are a lot of things that local industries cater for. And for above all of this, probably the most important two things that I mentioned is either ease of users. We have reduced all the complexity and all the unnecessary features, and B, given that we have done that, we have been able to put it at a price point which is actually affordable for someone like in SME. I think a good example of this would be Zoho penetrating in this sort of a market with a price point 5 times lesser than Gmail, and basically making everyone start using something like a corporate mail address to begin with.
Okay, thank you. There is still enough time for the question.
Yeah.
Maybe from Dr. Hassani or Dr. Patiki. Or maybe there is an additional question from Dr. Osman.
Okay, how do you scale your business in the next 5?
Right. So the vision that we see here is multiple. So for example, I've not mentioned them because, sorry, there is some noise. So I've not mentioned them because we haven't signed any contract, but I've been in touch with people working in different parts of the world. So for example, someone like a Belgium, someone working in USA, someone working in India. I'll not share their names, but they're all angel investors and they're all startup advisors for bigger products. So I'm in talks with them to incorporate them with in our team because we want to have that international I would say ideas into it as well. So for example, I reached out to a Philippines company a few days back to get an understanding of how those sort of markets look like. So what we are trying to do right now is to have a solid base in this local market, but also move out of the local market as well, because the advantage that we have, a lot of this market has similar sort of traits. So for example, when I was talking to this Philippines company, what we realized is that instead of using someone like a WhatsApp, they probably use something more like Viber, right? So it's not a massive difference, So it puts us in a position that if we can have some sort of like local traction, it would probably put us in a position where we can like scale up from that as well. And this is why like we think like most of our funding will go into that marketing and like, you know, brand sort of establishment as well. And beyond that, what we are doing is we are setting up some like, you know, sales relationships and like, you know, sales partnerships as well with within certain companies, where they can also act as like, you know, even as our agents for like, especially for those multi enterprise level communications.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for
Okay,
thank you,
thank you.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rashid.
thank you.
Okay, time is up. Okay, thank you. And now we still have last three presentation, and for the first one is coming from Minaren. Is there any representative team from Minaren? Are you ready, Minaren?
From Minaren team. Okay,
How about
maybe
team
in
Wakaf? Okay,
Winwakaf.
team Win Wakaf. Other team Win Wakaf. And the last team, I think Dr. Pondu. Is there any representative team for Dr. Pondu?
Okay. I also didn't see any name of the three last participant in Zoom, guys. Maybe we are going to ask the confirmation again to AMSI member.
Okay. Yeah.
Will we end the session or
we're still waiting for the last three participant?
Yeah.
Bagaimana untuk tim sekretariat AMSI? Apakah kita bisa akhiri untuk sesi kali ini atau kita masih akan menunggu untuk 3 peserta yang belum join pada sore hari kali ini?
There are 3 participants left. Those are Minaren.
Yeah, considering time, I believe they should be ready with the presentation. So I believe we're done with the presentation if they are not just coming. So,
Okay, dear panelists and all participants, we are going to the end of pitching battle day 2. Thank you for joining us all this evening. Thank you
please
for
send the feedback to the
Okay, thank you for Dr. Islam Hassani, Mr. Diki Syahbandinata, and then Dr. Zul Usman. We'll meet at the next day, the last day of AMSI Challenge 2021. See you at the next day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
That's right. Australia.